What's going on, guys? EOE here, back with a video. Not another video. I've uploaded a bunch of stuff lately and YouTube's just been a butt. So I've been testing around with a bunch of files. So I have no idea if this video is gonna even work or not, but it's worth giving it a shot. If it does, then cool. This is a deck profile for a Raticate break deck. Now, I know you guys have probably heard of Raticate break, and it's a good deck. Nothing more than that. I mean, I have my own little spin on it, but other than that, it's a good deck. So, for the rundown, I'll be showing you all the Pokemon in it first, and the energies, and then all the trainers, etc. And then I'll show you guys how the deck works. So for Pokemon, we have Rattata, of course, for Raticate. Now this ability is Mischievous Fang, so if you put it down onto your bench, you may discard all 2 cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Pretty solid compared to this one I just put in here. It's just switch this with one of your Pokemon and draw a card. So I mean, it's good, but this one's better. But if this one is your first one that you started off with and you need to switch him, by all means go ahead and do so. Or you can have a full play set of this Rattata from Evolutions or this Rattata from Breakpoint. Now we've got the Raticate from Breakpoint. We're not having any of the evolutions, discard an energy, blah blah blah. We're just not, okay? This works better with the deck, and you'll see why in a minute. His ability is Antibodies. This Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. That's really helpful with what I'm going to show you in a second. And next, if you can't do what I'm going to show you in a minute, there's Dirty Shock. Discard all tools attached to your opponent's Pokemon, and they're poisoned. So I've got 4 of those in here. So it's a 4-4-4, 4 Rattatas, 4 Raticate breaks, and 4 Raticates. And then this one is the star of the show. Raticate break. Put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. Now you're wondering, you can't really do anything because Rattata got 10, and it takes a couple turns to knock stuff out. Well, I will show you. Spinnerack, just a basic flip a coin if heads your opponent's active Pokemon's paralyzed, but this is where it is. This also might be hard to see on camera. Poisonous Nest. Once during your turn before you attack, you may use its ability. Both active Pokemon, except for grass, are poisoned. Now this is a really helpful attack, or ability per se, with this, because if its remaining HP is 10, turn switch, knockout, with Ariados. And then if you don't want him to retreat next turn, I guess you can do that. And then we have 2 Spinneracks, 2 Ariados. And these are from Ancient Origins. And now I have all these 2 Remoraid's from Breakthrough. You can look at them. I mean, those aren't anything fancy, but we're just trying to get Octillery up. Once during your hand, before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand, which is good. This one's a little miscut from factory error. Then we have a regular one. So Octillery is just someone to have on the bench. So your final setup is hoping to have Ariados on the bench, Octillery on the bench, Raticate break setup, or a regular Raticate setup, and then just a Raticate break at the very is your active Pokemon. So that's the gist of it. Sorry, messed these up a little bit. So that's all the Pokemon in the deck. Energies, we've got 4 double colorless, just for all your double colorless needs with Raticate. 3 grass, just in case for Ariados, or if you don't get a double colorless. And 3 water. So that's the energy. That wasn't that long to explain. And I've got all the trainers set up in different categories, so I will separate them for a second here. Alright, so Parallel City, that's a good card. It shuts down a lot of good decks. So here's the first part of it. This side can't have more than 3 bench Pokemon. So, with the Mega Rayquaza deck, this is perfect. Or Rainbow Road Xerneas, perfect. This one is just it's a shutdown, because if it's facing this way, this person's grass, fire, or water Pokemon's damage is reduced by 20. That's good. Volcanian's in here. Not in here, but he's being run a lot. So there's those two parallel city. Then for Pokeballs, we have 4 level balls, because the only Pokemon in this deck that's not above 90 HP, or I mean that is above 90 HP, is the Raticate break. So it's perfect to get out. And then we've got 2 Great Balls. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Perfect. Grab Pokemon there. And then Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards from your hand. It's more of a last resort, but if you discard 2 cards, you can get a Pokemon. But if you discard 2 cards from your hand, we have Super Rod, just in case. Shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile back into your deck. So we have 2 Super Rods. Now we've got an Assault Vest. If the opponent's Pokemon has a special energy attached to it, damage to this Pokemon's is reduced by 40. There's a lot of double colorless energies, let me tell you that. Enhanced Hammer. Discard a special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon to get rid of this double colorless energies. Now we have 2 Lysanders, just in case the opponent is trying to build up some stuff, or can shut them down. Then we just have 1 town map to flip all your prize cards face up. You can do it with Here Comes Team Rocket, but I would not recommend that, because then your opponent can see their prize cards and you wasted a supporter. And we've got 3 Versus Seekers. Now this might be, you might not have these, so by all means, just throw in more draw support if you can't put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. They're just helpful with this deck to get everything back. And then we have Winona. Search your deck for up to 3 basic type or colorless type Pokemon, reveal them, and put them in your hand so you can get the full Raticate break line right off the bat if you pull that. Teammates, if this is a really good card. If you can only play this card if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. That is great. That's really helpful with this deck. Then we got a play set, which is 4 of Professor Birch's observations. Shuffle your hand into your deck, flip a coin. If heads, draw 7 cards, and if tails, draw 4 cards. The risk is fun, I guess. I don't know. Then Shauna, just in case, because if you don't want to use Birch, you can use Shauna. I just have 2 Shauna in here. Shuffle your hand in your deck, draw 5 cards. And then we have N. If your opponent has a lot of cards in their hand, this will destroy their hand. Each player shuffles his or her hand into her deck and draws an amount equal to their prize card. So if your opponent's winning, you can turn it around. It's happened to me before a lot. Now I'm going to shuffle the cards into the deck, just because while you're listening to me talk right now about the deck. Overall, this deck, a grade out of 10 would probably be, for setup, I'd give it a solid 8.5, because it's just easy to set up. I'll show you guys in a minute if I can get this deck shuffled enough. These sleeves are really hard to shuffle with. You gotta, like, shake your hands and then drop them occasionally and leave it at still. Hard to do. Damage-wise, if you can get it set up, it's a 9. Like, it's great. It destroys everything. And then, lastly, what's the other one? Playability? Yes. Just yes, this is a great deck for playability, especially if you're learning how to start Pokemon. Your opponent has to kill 6 of your Pokemon instead of compared to 3 EXs. And this can one-shot an EX, essentially. So if your opponent's got like a Mega up there, say Mega Steelix, 240 HP, they're about to knock you out. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry this is a longer video, by the way. It's a deck profile, so it might be a little bit longer than usual. I mean, my usual videos I haven't uploaded in a while, so. YOLO. And with this deck, I'm going to do another deck profile if you'd like me to. If you don't want me to, then I won't do it, I guess. But comment in the comment section below. Should I do it? And thank you guys so much for watching this far into the video. I really appreciate it. I have a Boundaries Crossed code card. Yay, a Boundaries Crossed. What a great set. I'm pretty sure that's Boundaries Crossed. If it's not, don't get mad at me. You still got a free code card from Black and White. It might be Plasma Freeze, but I'm pretty sure that one's Boundaries Crossed. So comment down below what you got from that pack. I really want to hear what you got. And then there's a technique for shuffling. You just take the middle and then put it at the front. But that's not that good. With these decks, you gotta just see how much you can randomize them. This is power shuffling. You put them down right there. You guys can skip ahead like 30 seconds if you don't know what power shuffling is. You just put them all down. Randomly get them down. That one's upside down. And sorry, I don't want to like cut the video or anything, because I want you guys to see that I'm not cheating or anything with this stuff, and I don't want to like give myself a perfect setup, because that would just be annoying, because I don't want to show you a deck that's like cheap like that. Like, you don't want to fake the setup, because if you get a perfect hand right to begin with, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing, but it's not really that amazing. Kind of like half the other decks I made, am I right? Comment down below what decks you have. Sorry, I'm telling you guys to comment a lot of stuff down below. Also, like the video, please. I would really appreciate that. Or dislike it if you don't like it. Whatever's fine with me. Your ratings don't matter as long as I get the views. I'm sorry, that was kind of mean. But here we go. I want to turn the prize cards face up just to show you guys. This deck usually, 1 in 3 games, you get a mulligan, which is just, you don't get a basic Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, do we get a basic Pokemon? Yep, there's that. There's that mulligan right there. Sorry about that. So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This deck, it doesn't like me, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. The worst one to start off with, Spinnerack. But we need to show you all the prize cards we'd get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's rough. That's really rough. But we've got Spinnerack, so that is all good in the hood, as they would say. So, start our turn, draw a card, show you how this works. This is a terrible hand. Alright, so we're going to put an energy on Spinnerack. Then we're going to do N. Shuffle hand into the deck, draw 6 cards since we have 6 prize cards left. As long as we have 1 Spinnerack, 1 Ariados, an Octillery, and a Remoraid in the deck, then, or at least 2 Raticate break lines, we're all good because we have the Super Rod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here we have it. Well, we're gonna Ultra Ball. Versus Seeker and teammates. Watch our next card be a Rattata. No, alright. Put Rattata down. No, hypothetically, the turn would end and the next Pokemon would attack. So, cut back to our turn. Draw a card. Raticate on there. Now, this is going to be risky. We're going to do Birch's Observations. I mean, not really risky, but... Got a Pikachu coin right here. Oh my god, it's actually a heads. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And wow, we didn't get anything we wanted. I'm really making this deck look terrible. Parallel City up there. And I guess our turn will end there, if we paralyze it, a pending Pokemon. Town map, turn all the prize cards face up. And let's just, hypothetically, if we got Eradicate, then we would get knockout. So, I'm sorry you had to sit through this, actually. This is just showing you how the deck is set up. just to show you, sometimes you don't get a lucky setup, especially when you have everything organized and then put everything in a clump. So maybe that was it, just a little bit. Just a teeny bit. But I really appreciate you guys for watching this. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Peace out. Ugh.